Okay, so let's pick up where we were, okay? This story is also from the Jesus Storybook Bible. Every story whispers his name. Written by Sally Lloyd-Jones and illustrated by Jago. Now, you remember what happened in the last story, right? Jesus died on the cross. This story is so happy. The one we're getting ready to read, okay? That one was so sad. The name of this one is God's Wonderful Surprise. This is the story of the resurrection from Matthew chapter 28, Mark chapter 19, Luke chapter 24, and John chapter 20, okay? The resurrection. Resurrection means, well, let's find out, okay? I'll ask you at the end what you think it means. God's wonderful surprise. Jesus' friends were sad. They would never see their best friend again. How could this happen? Wasn't Jesus the rescuer? The king God had promised? It wasn't supposed to end like this. Yes, but whoever said anything about the end? Just before sunrise on the third day, God sent an earthquake and an angel from heaven. When the guards saw the angel, they fell down with fright. The angel rolled the huge stone away, sat on top of it, and waited. At the first glimmer of dawn, Mary Magdalene and other women went to the tomb to wash Jesus' body. The early morning sun slanted through ancient olive trees, drops of dew on leaves and grasses, little tears everywhere. The friends walked quietly along the hilly path through the olive groves until they reached the tomb, and immediately noticed something odd. It was wide open. They peered through the opening into the dark tomb. But wait, Jesus' body was gone. Look at that. You see how sad they are? It's sad because they love Jesus, and the leaders killed him. There's a stone rolled away. Turn the page. Whoa, and the book. And something else, a shining man was there with clothes made from lightning. Don't be scared, the angel said. But they couldn't help it. They screamed anyway. Ah! The angel asked them, "What are you doing here? This is a tomb, and tombs are for dead people." The women couldn't speak. "Jesus isn't dead anymore," he said. "He's alive again." And their hearts leapt. And the angel laughed with such gladness that they felt for a moment as if they had woken from a nightmare. Whew! Look at that. What? What? What did that angel just say? Turn the page. The other women rushed home, but Mary stayed behind. How could it be true? Jesus was definitely dead. How could he be alive? Just then, Mary heard someone else in the garden. Perhaps it's the gardener, she thought. He'll know where Jesus' body is. I don't know where Jesus is, Mary said urgently. I can't find him. But it was all right. Jesus knew where she was. And he had found her. Mary. Only one person said her name like that. She could hear her heart thumping. She turned around. She could just make out a figure. She shaded her eyes to see. Jesus! Mary fell to the ground. Sudden tears filled her eyes, and great sobs shook her whole body. And all she wanted to do in that moment was cling to Jesus and never let him go. You'll be able to hold on to me later, Mary, Jesus said gently. And always be close to me. But now go and tell others that I'm alive. Oh, hallelujah. Hallelujah is the highest praise. So to things like this, Teresa says, hallelujah. Turn the page. Mary ran and ran all the way to the city. She had never run so fast or so far in all her life. She felt she could have run forever. She didn't even feel like her feet were touching the ground. The sun seemed to be dancing and gleaming and bounding across the sky, racing with her and shining brighter than she could ever remember in the clear, fresh air. And it seemed to her that morning, as she ran, almost as if the whole world had been made anew, almost as if the trees were singing for joy. Tiny sounds in the grass, the birds, her heart. Was God really making everything sad come untrue? Was he making even death come untrue? She couldn't wait to tell Jesus' friends. They won't believe it. She laughed. She was right, of course. Okay. So yes, that story feels so very different than the one before. But you know what? This is such good news because we understood that the bad news was very serious, that God had to punish sin. All of us have sinned, but Jesus took our punishment so we wouldn't get punished by God in the same way that Jesus did. And not only did he die in our place, but baby, he defeated death. He came back to life. And so now everybody who believes in him, who says, yes, Jesus, when you did that, I know that was for me. Please forgive me of everything wrong I've done and I've thought and I've said and I ever will do or think or say, and make my heart like yours. When you come to Jesus with a heart like that, you get to live after death and even fuller life right now, whether you are the littlest child or the oldest adult. Okay, so this story is for everybody. Come and get some grown-ups. Come and get some babies. Come and get some Auntie Teresa. So, what do you think the word resurrection means? It means to come back to life. after dying. This is the story, the true story of when Jesus did that. And because we're with him and on his team, when we believe in him, we get the same victory. We get the same victory. Hey, we get the same victory. We get the same victory. Oh, so happy Easter. Easter is also called Resurrection Sunday, okay? So I love y'all. I hope this is exciting for you. This is literally the best news ever, okay? I hope you have a wonderful Easter. Love you. Mwah.